Hello everybody, my name is Dude and welcome back to Dream Daddy! Who have I not gone on a date with? I don't think I've gone out with Damien. Let's give Damien a shot. How do you do? I have finally decided to join this information super high... I think I already read this. Friday night, you're most likely to listen to true crime podcasts while I taxidermy my newest specimens. That sounds like Susie Burhow. A.K.A. Mortimer. We never watched this, but hi! You had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? A coffin. What are your turn-ons pronouncing bosom? Bosom? Is that correct? Have I been doing it wrong now? That raises the question. What do you want to be when you grow up? A bat? What's your favorite movie genre? Foreign, art house, horror. What's your ideal date? It's night. We're in an industrial dark wave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. When do you leave never home without an upside-down cross? I spend most of my time thinking about mortality salience. Oh, that's correct. It sounds like Mortimer's ideal date, but then again, I don't know Mortimer. I don't know. I'm just spouting idle commentary. Don't read too much into that. I'm sorry. They really stepped up with the production value in episode 5 of Star Wars. Really? In episode 5. Oh. I mean, after episode 5, I don't know much about that. I think, yeah, I need to rewatch the old Star Wars now. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. And navigate to Damien's dad book page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out some Tim. Some Tim. I sat there for some Tim before I see the Damien's typing. Then he keeps typing. And typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I left the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. He's been typing for some Tim. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Jark. I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter for, as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in as gentlemanly a manner as I would have liked. Oh, well, there's more. I would be flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours humbled, the Blood March. The Blood March. The Blood March is upon us. God, now I want to play Doom. I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda. Can you help me with something?
Aww.
Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. No, can you interpret this for me? I turn the computer to Amanda, and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. I guess this how your kids communicate with each other now? Oh my god, really? Oh, totally, it's the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying lol and lamau or whatever, and decided that it was what they needed to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. Still gotta be, though. Great. So what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards. Jar. Regards, Jar. I'll just call him Jar from now on. Not to be confused with Jar Jar. Also get out of here with Jar Jar shit. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. We make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor? Estate? The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. But there is a knocker on the door. I think we should totally use that knocker. It's a little handle thing. You lift the handle, you cling, you cling. It's louder than your knuckles, I guess. I don't know. They were weird back then. As far as I know. Do the gargoyles come to life? I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes through the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open, and a ghost pops out, reminding me that I said some Tim instead of the very eloquent thing that Damien sent me. Oh god, I feel nervous. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, however you want to pronounce it, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. Are they looking at me? Oh my god, that's a dog! Oh my god, that's a dog! I also just noticed the skulls below the doggo. And then below who I assume to be Damien? Why does Damien's son not have any skulls below him, huh? Are those sandwiches? Or is that like cake with like green icing in the middle and like cherries on top? I don't know, man. Those are probably tomatoes and sandwiches. Those are sandwiches. And tea, oh my god. I am underdressed. I am really underdressed. I mean, I'm probably fine. Jark Manrison is probably really underdressed. He should have gotten, like, some really nice Egg Nips shirts. A cleaner Egg Nips shirt. And dress pants. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Jock, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked. I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings. I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. Something tells me I'm going to be killed. I'm going to be killed tonight. This is not a good situation to be in. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason.
Oh.
Wait, who's that? Wait. Who voiced him? I gotta know. That sounded familiar. Hang on. I'm gonna be a moment. Jason Larock? Larock? I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm sorry I never heard of you, man. Holy shit, I gotta watch your show. Those visual effects. Oh, wait, were you not an actor before this? I'm gonna have to check out his stuff. Sorry to say I've never heard of him. Again, I don't really pay much attention to actors. Like, they don't even know who voiced who. It's one of the older homes in the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. There are extensive renovations, and I've been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period, and equipped with amenities of any modern dwelling. Oh! It sounds like Colonial Williamsburg does. All the houses look like they're period appropriate on the outside, but there's like amenities and stuff, modern day stuff, inside. And despite popular belief, you're not supposed to steal people's mail. It happens. It's sad. People actually live in those houses. And guests who come to the place steal the mail. It's a thing that happens. It's sad. I've heard of it. Don't do that. You can't do what you want just because you paid for the fucking ticket. Just saying. Anyway. We walk past the door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. They listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era. That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenagers are? Years are? Well, ha! You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward. There's more to see. Oh, what are we gonna see? What are we gonna see? We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. Is this his bedroom? Oh, even better! That's a large butterfly collection, I must say. Also, a lot of cool books. A lot of books. Whoa! And this is the library. Sunlight streams in from floor-to-ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is really clearly proud of this room. Look at the butterflies. That's what caught my eye first. I walked up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's really impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. The pin is Gambit. Is that a thing? No. I gotta pick up a book, if that's right. You know, Jock, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. Pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turned to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants. Naruto fanfiction? Oh my god, I love this game. Okay, I think that's enough. Wow. 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 I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I feel like I should end the episode here now. It's not gonna get any better than Naruto fanfiction. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back onto the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Oh! Oh! I have to applaud you for that. I'm surprised that's actually a book here. Let's look out the window. I walk to the window and I'm greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view from the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, you can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn! Did you know the Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? Wait, really? No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Is that why the book was there? You just had a whole wall lined of nothing but Naruto fanfiction, and I happened to pick one up, and you just wanted to do that. Please, will you join me for tea? Yes. Yes, I will. I'd prefer green. Some sugar in it, if possible, but, you know, I'd take anything, really. I'm good. I don't normally drink tea, by the way. I'm actually more of a coffee drinker, speaking of which. I'm out of coffee, damn it! Follow Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. The sandwiches? I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Out in the distance, Jock Manderson hears a cowboy saying exactly what you'd think he would say. As a tumbleweed blows, and a whistle goes, and somewhere in the distance he hears... You know what I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. Damien smiles to himself. What? It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of the people enjoying it. But in fact, the high refers to both the later time of day, that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables at which they were served. Oh. I thought you were talking about... I thought this was going in, like... maybe the tea is actually marijuana tea and we're just drinking... We're drinking weed? Is that a thing? I'm curious. Like, I know people bake with it. You put, like, you put that in the butter, but do people make tea out of it? I gotta look this up later. Or if, like, anyone's in the comments smokes weed, maybe they could tell me if they tried to have weed tea. My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Your home is really impressive. Seems like you really put a lot of work into this place. Thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before. Well, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place. Look at what you've done. I'm kind of jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in goth stuff? Oh. Well, when I was a young boy, my friend had murdered me, and I had murdered him, and then we came back to life, and now I'm an edgelord. Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city? Sorry? Heh. Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. You're serious? Of course. But it's... you know, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Oh! Oh, it's referencing the My Chemical Romance song. I think Black Parade? Black Parade. Yeah, that was it. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermized animals grew into sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. That's good. That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's exactly what I would expect. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there are many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and to try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid. I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Jack, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing, and quite honestly, rather attractive. Please do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated. Video games! Where is it? Okay, the closest one. I like watching soap making videos on the internet. This is about as close to what I do as possible. Soap is, an important advancement in modern society. Getting rid of germs and stuff. I would say that the people who make soap are the true heroes here. Watch them work is an honor. I have tried making some with Amanda once, and we both had to go to the doctor for the rashes. Which I guess goes to show that we should leave it to the professionals. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. Oh. Come, I have one more thing to show you. Is it your bed? Oh, okay. I like how we haven't gone the route of, who was it? Who was it? It was the guy that tried to have sex with me on, like, at the bar, after the bar. It was weird. I had to turn him down, and I feel like I should probably go date him once to, like, get to know him better. I don't know. I don't remember his name, and I feel terrible. I don't remember a lot of names. I remember Craig, and Damien, of course, and Matt, and that's it. That's all I remember right now. My memory is actual horse shit. Damien takes me around the back of his home where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. I am really underdressed. I still have the egg nips shirt on, and probably no pants. This is bad. My garden. It's beautiful. You did say you were going to show me your garden, too. Thank you! Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous, bright orange flower off of a vine. Lilium bulbiferum, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? My loins are ablaze. Thou art the tightest. 3 cheers for sweet revenge. I don't know what it means. My loins are ablaze. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Oh, so 3 cheers for sweet revenge would have been correct. Well, that's precisely why floral arrangement is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? Snapdragons, honeysuckles, sunflowers? I think sunflowers are... I don't really have a favorite flower, but snapdragon sounds cool. Because they're cute. You can do that thing where you squeeze them so it looks like they're talking. What a lovely choice. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. You would put together a bouquet for me? No one's ever given me a bouquet before. Not even Amanda. Ugh. Follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, Jack, will you excuse me? I must take this. Sure, go ahead. Pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. Take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. Really? Holy shit. I should not be here. I don't belong here. I am out of place. This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle! Is the gargoyle okay? Oh. Well, oh boy. This looks like the back. Oh boy. Hang on. Like that. That. Okay. And then that. And then... that. There we go. Did I knock over another one, or was that it? I saved the gargoyle! I probably should have put, like, some kind of adhesive on it. Ooh, that was a close one. Oh. Oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset. Jock, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything alright? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucian. What's wrong? He appears to have... well, his teacher needs me to come to school post-haste. You need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. Huh. You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go! Let's go! Hi! Hi, Hugo. Now I remember Hugo. I thought he was Matt for a moment. Damien and I walked into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien. You're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, this doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the My Kids Are in Trouble rodeo. What is it this time? Oh. Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into darkness. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. Okay. We find another teacher in a boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. What? With him and Lucian and... Him are Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. Look around the scene of the crime. You see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucian tried to kill me.
What?
The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa, wait a sec. Lucian, did you try to cask of Amontillado Ernest? I'm never confirming nor denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper to him. What's cask of Amontillado? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down into his cellar with the promise of wine of a fine vintage, and buries him alive behind a brick wall. Oh, it's a lovely story. It doesn't sound that lovely right now. So wait, Lucy, you tried to do that to him. I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? Ernest was just going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot. Then he realized that I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad?
What?
It took you 20 minutes? So we just did an entire 2-week unit on the casket of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucian was leading you into an elaborate ruse? Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and read a review of the movie.
Sweet Manchego.
It's only 5 pages long and there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, this was teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. He was always telling me to engage in the literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was again. You two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian high-five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucian, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin to drive home. Lucian immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. We can spend this next week looking for a summer job. You know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucian continues staring out the window. Love you too. Well, it could have gone better, but you did try to kill somebody. That's not good. That's not good at all. Don't do that. Spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. Good. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. Didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright. All things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was good. So there's your silver lining. There's that, yes. Really admired how you handled that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him. I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. It rarely does. You're a good dad. See you around soon? It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy!
Oh.
Ah, I thought the date thing would have gone and I could have, cheered, but alright, fine. My timing was ruined. Come down to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo! What you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate this show. A couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both of their heads touching the low ceiling. Told you I wanted a two-bath, shabby, chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. Honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg! Why don't they just get a regular-sized house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucien, since he tried to... He lured Ernest down the cellar with the promise of a fine vintage, and then tried to break him into the wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read the story except for me? Lucien livestreamed the entire thing. Fucking what? Still not as funny as the Naruto fanfiction. But you know, pretty good. This entire day is beyond me. Otherwise, it was a fun day. Damien Guy is a character, but he's really good company. And a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. That was a pretty good day. That was a pretty good date. 10 out of 10. Would do again. My afternoon tea level could use some more work.
Simply a majestic evening.
Yes, indeed.
Welcome. You've got dads.
I'm assuming this just keeps going until I until I get 3 with all of them. So I'm going to I just wanted to see what all of them were about. What's Robert's? Have I worked with him? No, I have not. We'll date him next time, and then we'll, like, focus on one particular, and then, unfortunately, I'm not gonna go for the others. I'm literally just here to, like, give you guys what I do, and then whoop-de-doo. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe for more. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And thank you to Shro and Lavielle for supporting me on Patreon this month. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!